Mantis here, doing another review. Diamond 3 top laner. Please like and sub, and if you want a review, just DM me. Alright, let's get started. Looking at match history, Olaf, Kennen, Mundo, Wukong, Kha'Zix. So top. Do you play mid or jungle when autofilled? Jungle when autofilled, but seem to not have a lot of success. I think you should be queuing mid, secondary. I think jungling, you need it's like a different tools and skills for jungling, and then mid lane is very similar to top lane in a sense. So just continuing on, we got this Olaf versus Urgot game. I'm not sure when the game happened, but yeah, let's get into it. Start battle. It's finally. So Urgot is fairly weak early. Definitely should be looking to fight him. Okay, so against Urgot, you have to know that he's always going to be leveling his E first. Secondly, a lot of top lane is about knowing matchups, right? So each of these spikes deal extra damage. And if you notice the way Urgot walked up to the lane, he didn't actually use the auto attack on the wave. He was about to, and then he saw you. But in doing so, he saved all of his charges of his passive. Secondly, his E is something that you just need to play around. So early game, you're going to be looking to poke him a bit, of course, but also maybe try to bait his E by moving forward and then moving back. And secondly, if he does get his E on you and you do trade, you're trading into this wave. So it's like a really bad trade to take early. But if you do get his E off, it's an easy trade, right? So when you walk in like this, and like it's a slow animation as well, like there is opportunity to dodge this spell, but if you're too close you won't dodge, right? So yeah, he flipped you, autoed with the passive. Now he's the shield, your Q goes through his shield, and the ranged minions are attacking you, while your rage minions are attacking the wave, right? So really have to think about your trades, right? Even though his HP bar is similar to yours, you are a little bit behind, but you could be a lot more ahead. And that's what you have to aim for, a lot more ahead. Sorry about that. Yeah, that E really fucked you. He's got his E twice on you. You can't let him hit that on you. And then right here with his passive, you have to play around his passive. His spike is aiming right at you. He goes for this minion and it hits you. That doesn't need to hit you. Wait, did it hit you? Yeah, yeah, it did hit you. And all this matters, right? You're kind of just ignoring what Urgot has in this kit. I'd buy a pot, but I'm not sure if it's a good play or not. So you do need the ward. You do need the ward, and also you need to ward the river. There's ways of knowing where the jungler started, so we're just gonna rewind it a little bit. So even though these guys are faking a leash, bot lane, and the enemies could also fake a leash, if they do come late, wait for it, just look bottom here, look bottom, in the minimap. So your guys faked the leash, and these guys showed up after. So if you look with your camera, I know you're trading right now, but this is not a good trade. Anyways, if you look with your camera to see if they consumed any mana, or to see if they came late, you can have the assumption that the enemy jungler started bot side, right? If that's the case, then you know that in about, at this point, in about 30 seconds, the crab is about to spawn. Also, since jungler started bot side, he clears bot side and it goes top side. The jungler should be top side very soon. If you're not already tracking the jungler, you need to start doing so, because other top laners are tracking the jungle, and they're better than you at higher ELO, and if you don't do it, then you're gonna fall behind. That's just it. If you don't do this skill, you'll never climb. If you want to get to the next level, you have to start doing this. Yeah, it's a little bit extra thinking, and you have to use your camera controls to quickly look at other parts of the map, but it's so beneficial. And then also, before you even get here, you just have to ward. You just have to ward. Crab is spawning in 30 seconds, drop that ward. Go in the river, drop the ward. And yeah, I was watching a little bit earlier, and then, so this is how you avoid dying to this gank, right? Everything I just said. Cause right now this is just so egregious. Like, if you want to hit Grandmasters and do 0-2 at 3 minutes, like everyone, like, they're like, what the fuck? Like, this is the most obvious jungle gank in the world. Like, how the fuck are you dying to this and you're in Grandmasters? You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be like, yo, your ward's even fucking up. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be saying shit like that. So it's like up to you to fucking get it done right. Okay, Wave's in a pretty good spot. I like it. You're controlling the wave nicely. Can't get ganked here. Good, good, good. Mid lane dies. That's fine. Nothing you can do about that. Yeah, so this is where it's so beneficial to know your champion in solo queue, right? Very good job. Even though you're behind, you still got the kill. Nice. If you're able to do this at this ELO, you'll be able to climb, but you just have to change some things. So yeah, this is all good play. Like, you're not over pushing the wave. You're letting Evelynn come for the gank, and it works out in your favor. It's all good. I like it. Pretty solid play. Get the plates back up. Nice. They have die bottom. You can't do anything about that. You just have to keep playing good. That's why you shouldn't be 2 deaths down right now. just execution there. You just have to watch it over a little bit and think about what you could have done better. You'll get it though. Nice play. Got the kill. Nice. Yeah, even pushed the wave in to deny the wave. So yeah, you got like this is good shit. This is really good shit. The wave is pushing in and you fight to kill and you do get the kill. Even though you die here, you deny the wave, so it's a worth trade. So good job there. Yeah, I think try to use your camera a little bit more to look at your jungler, like jungle tracking. Try to make that a little bit of a habit. So far, everything looking fine. But like things are happening on the other side of the map. Can't really do anything about that, so I'm liking the way you're maintaining the wave here. It's good. Urgot just gives up on the wave because they're freezing. It's kind of funny. Okay, so here's where you need to be very, very cautious of where your allies are, because like you don't know where any of the enemies are. All 5 are off the map, and your allies are on their way to you right now, right? So you should be aware of that before this fight even happens. Like this should be in your mind, alright? My allies are coming from the right side. LeBlanc's to my left. I can only assume that Fiddle is probably in this general area along with their bot lane. Maybe someone's gonna go cover bot side. So the ADC might be bot side right now, right? You need to think like that, right? So immediately you need to kite towards your allies, right? Because Emilio can save you here with his heals and shields. So this is one of those spots where like if you play this the same way every time, you're gonna have a hard time climbing, right? But if you play towards your allies who are coming towards you, everything's gonna be much smoother. Right? You should not have died here, right? Even if you do chunk down the Urgot a lot, you can now play for the Rift, right? Because that's the play here. It's way better to be alive here. Don't give out free kills. So they die bottom. Fiddle didn't actually show up to the Rift. So we do the Rift. Dragon spawning soon, you go towards it. So against Fiddle, fighting in chokes in the jungle is a big no-no, right? So we kind of have to like find out where Fiddle is, right? And then engage. It's like one of the like that's why solo queue Fiddle is one of the toughest to win against, because it requires the players playing to play in a certain different way. So fighting here is not smart, right? But you have to like everyone has to know that and be in ingredients to back away, right? We have to find out where Fiddle is and then go in, right? So we go in. Now we have the Drake here, who the Drake is hitting you now. So before the Drake was a 6th champion, right? The 6th champion. What that means is his damage, whoever he's attacking, it makes it a 6v5, right? So when the dragon's attacking you, it's actually in favor of them. And now also, we're fighting in a choke point against Fiddle, so that's in favor of them. So if they have like a check mark of things that they want before this fight, is like they want you guys to be final up here, check. The dragon hitting you, check. Fiddle in the perfect position to all check. Everyone together, ready to fight. Check. So you know, like they got the check marks, right? They also have vision, and you guys don't. So all now the fight is just Trouble Town, right? Like we don't win this ever. And you just gotta like take lead in solo queue and ping it back, and maybe even type. You're at the elo now where people can actually type and read while they play. So it might be even be like, yo, back up, Fiddle, back up. You just have, it's so delicate against Fiddle. It's just so delicate. And then all those like mistakes you've made earlier in your deaths earlier, except for maybe one or two, you could have had more like I guess more items here, and even like early game against Urgot dying, you could be more ahead here, and perhaps you're alive and this fight changes, right? So this is like a kind of an important spot in the game for you guys to come out ahead, and you're 5-5 and 1 at this spot, right? In this moment, actually no, you're 5-5 and 0, right? So you want to be like 5-5 and 1 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it can't be like this if you want to win. If you want to keep climbing, right? You made those egregious errors early, and you just have to learn from it and adjust, right? To be in a better spot in this, to have success in this spot, you need to clean up your early game, and that's what solo queue is. Solo queue is all about the early game, clean up the early game. It's not about how you play 25 minutes into the game when it's macro time, right? Maybe a little bit higher in ELO, it starts to matter a lot more, right? But for you right now, still you need to work on early game lane phase. So now it's just this guy's dead now. He's absolutely dead, and yeah. And there you go. That's what happens when he misses his E, right? Okay, so here you just have to have the idea in your head. We're backing after this. We're leaving after this. We're leaving. Everyone leave. Just leave. Keep the Baron buff. Start applying it to the waves, and we can end the game. There's no fight here. There's only leave, right? And then right here, there's argument to say we don't have what it takes to leave, right? But actually one person can sacrifice. For me, it would be you. I'll just literally just right click into these guys. These guys will start clicking me. Everyone else bounce. So we have 3 Barons up because Raz is dead, right? Someone needs to be sacked here, and since you're so low HP, just sack yourself. Honestly, that's what I would do. I'd attack myself and pick my team back, right? So what happens is you go in. So this could be you know, like martyrdom, whatever, right? Just let these guys survive while you die, right? It's a worth play, I'm telling you. Now Fiddle comes, and we lose Baron on Olaf, and that's fine. It's expected. It's supposed to happen. And losing Baron on anyone else is just so wrong. So we lost on Evelynn. Even though if I was kind of like 50-50, I still think it's way better just to back out there. This is like a macro spot where it's hard to see at first, but they're literally never gonna be walking into here. It's just, I don't, only platinum players would do that. P1 and below or something like that. You know what I'm saying? P1 and below, right? Anyone else, they have the brain to be like, okay, if I walk past this, Olaf and Evelynn's gonna come out and kill me, right? So it's like, we're not going there, right? So what you have to do is actually catch this wave and push it in. So what you do by catching this wave and pushing it in, you draw one of their guys bot lane, so they can't group up. Because what they want with Fiddle is they want to group up and find a fight, like a 5v5 or a 5v4 or anything, right? Group up and get a kill, right? So it's really important for you to grab this wave and push it. This is a big mistake, letting this wave walk away from you guys. It's a big mistakes, because what happens after is that the enemies group up and they get like a team fight, right, going, right? But then this would have never happened if one of them has to go bot lane to hold the wave, right? And like, look at Ryze, he's trying to push the wave top too, right? So being a little bit more patient here, pushing the waves out, pinging your team back is actually pretty smart, because we don't have any business going to this jungle, seeing Fiddle going in there. Like, we're chasing Fiddle when Ryze is at base. You need to understand that Ryze is at base right now, and we're looking for a 5v5 team fight against Fiddle in their jungle unwarded. It's just such bad movement. It's ridiculous. Like, and if you can't acknowledge it and see it, then you won't climb, right? And then here is just griefing a little bit, but all the movements were pretty grief too before that. I don't even know how you guys get this Drake, but you guys get a Drake. Good job. Push, yeah, push. Fiddle's gonna fight there soon. Yeah, I think blue trinket's better into Fiddlesticks, so you can. Yeah, it's a must. It's a must. You have to get blue trinket against Fiddle. And then don't use it until you're pushing, or you have fear that he could be hiding in the bush, and you just want to reveal him with it. Wow. Wait, you know. Wait, push. Oh, you gotta push this, man. You gotta just hit this turret. No, just hit this turret. Don't dive here. Do not ever dive here. Just hit this turret. You got 10 seconds on Urgot. You can maybe take down this turret with the help of the siege minion and then back up. Oh, this is so greedy, mate. This is so greedy. No, man. This is griefing a little bit. You got way too greedy. You're diving their Nexus. 26 minutes by yourself. And because you're dead, we're not alive to help these guys fight at Baron, right? So that was a really big mistake. That's a big one. You need to fix that immediately. Don't do those kind of plays. Then we're doing Baron without smite. Their smite's dead. Good job. So this is actually pretty good. I would keep pushing though. Yeah, by pushing you're able to dive as well, right? Now back. I think you took way too long taking this. Okay, you lose the aggro. And then start hitting that turret. Just focus on the objective here. Fuck them. The minions don't matter right now. 200 gold's not going to determine whether you win this game or not. What's going to determine whether you win this game or not is whether you're able to push this turret or not, right? And you need to look with your camera to see the fight. You can't just assume on your minimap what's going on, right? Look with your eyes. Press the hotkey. Use your hotkeys, and if you're not using your hotkeys, start learning them, because you just need to. Look and see what the hell's going on, right? This entire time I just realized you're not even looking. You don't look at all. Start moving your camera a little bit more. This is a necessary thing you need to do. Yeah, just right here. I think it's just, if you're gonna be diving, I think you can just dive it right there. Just force it right there. with the melees alive. Just force the dive right here, instead of assuming that you could go help a fight that you haven't even checked upon with your own 2 eyes. Okay, yeah, that's it right there. Boom, done. Next. Because you should never ever be dying here. Ever. You should never be dying here. And then now you're dead for the Elder. Oh, you guys can win this. Wait, you do win this. I thought you lost this. Alright. Good game, good game. Hopefully my advice helped, man. Good luck on the Rift.